So what does it mean to be real? What is that like when we actually are authentic with ourselves or others, with God? What is that like? To really be honest with yourself and truly be real when you're communicating, connecting with friends, family, an intimate partner. This is something I want you to really think about and take the time to notice what it feels like when you're really real. Okay? Because the authenticity that comes through you is so liberating. It's so completely empowering as well, because it allows you to relax. You don't have to put up a false face anymore and pretend that things are a certain way when they're really not. You don't have to hide your past. You don't have to believe in some magnificent future either that may or may not come true. You know? You can be truly free in this moment to just be yourself when you take the time to be real. Okay? Because being real is not about manipulating life and living in a state of manipulation or micromanagement of your life. It just doesn't provide the deep satisfaction and the joy of truly being alive. You know, if you're always having to put on a false face and be a certain way around certain people, it's a lot of effort. It's a lot of extra work. And guess where all that extra energy could be used? Could be used in enjoying yourself through deep love, heart connection, an orgasm, whatever you want. Something where you really are fulfilling a deeper part of yourself instead of this sort of superficial mask. And I'm not saying that the mask is bad or wrong or we should just throw it away. The key is to actually look inside the mask and what's it for? What does the mask want? If the mask had a need, right? What would that need be? What does it need to feel? To feel complete, at peace, to feel loved, to feel nourished, feel a sense of wholeness, so that it can just drop. Because when all your masks drop, when every part of you is trying to control or manipulate yourself or others in the world, when all of that's gone, it's absolute bliss. Total freedom. Because there's no more ego that's trying to run the show. It's all handed over to Source, to the God Source, to Grace. That just is this river of consciousness, of bliss, creativity, of love, of trust. So, it's good to know that these masks were given to you by others that thought they had to wear them. Society has had lots of masks throughout millennia, right? It's just normal. It's part of life that people put on masks and they go to work and their relationships and they wear these masks. And yet, it's just good to know that you don't have to do that anymore. It's good to know that what it feels like to let it go. To really be free from your masks with everyone. Now this takes tremendous courage. And courage, as I learned, comes from the word, the French word courage, or I'm probably saying it wrong, but the heart, right? It's all about the heart. So when you look into your heart, you will get the courage to take off the mask. Okay? It's not easy, but no, task that was really amazing or huge in life that you accomplished was, it was worth it when you actually accomplished it. So take the time to find the courage to drop your masks with those special people that you really want to connect with. Because they want to connect with you. And you deserve to have that sense of freedom. Right? It's your opportunity to be free. Truly free from all the pretending and the efforting to be a certain way, to get somebody's love, approval, acceptance. What if you didn't have to have any of that? What if you had enough self-acceptance inside? That's the courage I'm talking about. And you have it. It's just about a choice to choose accepting you with all of your flaws and frailties and weaknesses and all that, because you're human. We're all human. Right? So let's accept the humanness. And let's stop working so hard. Because this mask is stopping you from enlightenment. State of complete joy, liberation, sense of peace beyond anything you could ever imagine. And so give yourself permission to have that experience. At least taste it. You know? So the courage to be real, to drop the mask, comes from this place that's deep inside you, that has had enough, that has tried so hard to be successful, to be loved, to get whatever you want, achievement, joy, happiness, fulfillment, peace, has been trying, and always ending up short or having to try again the next day, and never able to truly come home and stay at home. And it's great to adventure out, of course. It's great to lose yourself so that you can find yourself again. So put on the mask, but put on it consciously so that you know it's on and you're playing this role, right? But you're not necessarily like buying into it. That you know it's just a mask. And then the next day, see what it's like to take off that mask and just be you. To be real. Whatever that's like. Maybe you're really vulnerable. Maybe you're insecure. Fantastic. You know, life is insecure. Because, guess what? At the end of it is death. How much more insecure can you get? Right? So it's just like you just got to surrender. Because the mask, it leads to tremendous unhappiness. And that's not why you're here. You're here to experience this development of joy. This deep experience of joy. Where all you're having is this tremendous, overwhelming state of gratitude. Right? Where you can go higher and higher and higher forever. And what will take you higher is you access those parts that aren't so high. That don't feel so good. And you welcome them. You love them. You let them in. You say, it's okay. You too are acceptable. Because vulnerability leads to freedom. There's no other way. If you try to force freedom, it's fake. And we all know what it's like to be fake. At least most of us. And it's not that fun. It's not that entertaining. It's just the ego that wants to be entertained. The soul doesn't care about entertainment. The soul cares about what's real. What's true. What's really coming up for you right now. Okay? So this is an invitation to be outrageous. This is an invitation to really shine and burn through the fear of what it's like to have this mask and to take it off. To be naked. To be like totally exposed. That there's nothing to hide anymore. Nothing. That you're letting everybody see right through you. How about that? Try that with your friends. Try that with your loved ones and your family. Because you know what? It may shock them. And they will test you to see if you're really, truly authentic. And so you'll have to take off another mask and another layer and another layer. So this is my invitation to you today, this week, this month, this year, this lifetime, to keep taking off the mask. Not because you have to or you should, but because it feels lighter not to have it on. That you feel more free, more evolved, more in touch with the divine. There's nothing more amazing than being in touch with that divinity, that pure state of consciousness, the God source that is here now. And you can't get that if you're always having to put up a mask. It just, there's too much effort in that direction for you to be actually present. So it's an invitation here. There's nobody going to force you. You can go throughout your entire life continually to play the same games with yourself and others. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Just know that there is an opportunity in each moment to drop it. And to let your real self, your real heart shine through. That's where the power comes. That's where the love shines. And that's where you are going to find your enlightenment in this lifetime. So, thank you so much for listening. This is Jafree at enlightenedbeings.com. Take care.